Hey guys, what's on this Talk Post TV? We are back for the Red and White show. We've got our regular Luke. He's on the show.
Evening.
Below me, I've got a new person that joining the channel. It is Michael.
G'day, guys.
And to my left, we've got Joe, who a lot of you probably recognise on Instagram for NFFC update, and he has been on the channel.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's cool. Well then, guys, it's been a very not mental 24 hours, but it's been a very busy 24 hours with the football and transfers. Obviously, the first team beating Northampton Wales, don't trek fees, joined with Baseford. I just want to get your guys' opinion on it. So I'm with Joe.
I didn't actually watch it because obviously there's no streams. But from what I heard, it was very good. Obviously, pre-season is just for fitness, you know what I mean? But it's good to get a win, bit of confidence for the season, and I'm happy with the 2-0.
Yeah, so Luke, what do you think?
I mean, pre-season for me really is irrelevant. I mean, it's just about kind of giving the players that need minutes, in my opinion. I mean, Joe Lolly played last night. I think that was predictable. And I think you've seen a lot more of Cavallio this pre-season because with Newton playing next in the current season coming. And I think, it just gives the youth players a chance to impress Newton. So it's a positive, in my opinion.
Do you think Carvalho will become our main player, Michael?
I think he will, but just to echo the points that the guys have just made, it's still the pre-season. It's early days. It's about getting some minutes in the legs for the players, and there's an opportunity for youngsters to impress. But I think this is an opportunity here at the start of the season for Houghton just to look at a few players and look at how people are progressing with their fitness. Let's not pretend that the opposition were anything like the standard that we're going to be facing every week. So both from an under-23 perspective as well as from a first team perspective, we're going to come up against much tougher opponents than Northampton Town and Basford, and it's about getting some minutes in the legs, and probably he's going to test a couple of different systems that he might want to use during the season. But this is really early days.
Definitely. I mean, it is Northampton. I know win and all that. So I do completely agree with you guys, and it's nice to get the under-18s. The first year scholars playing for the under-23s. I mean, Osan, I think I got it right, scoring his fourth goal in 2 games for under-23s last night, which was quite nice to see.
Yeah, we've always had a good youth setup and a good academy, and that's always fed into the Forest first team, and it's great to see that that's continuing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a shame to see Gareth Holmes leaving Forest today. I mean, we're unsure the reasons, but what do you guys think to it?
Do you think this has anything to do with the fact that Steve Cooper's just left Swansea?
It's a good theory. I mean, what do you think, Joe?
I haven't got a clue.
I mean, I know a massive amount about either the guys, so I can't really chip in. Sorry.
It's fine. I mean, big loss. It'd be a big loss for Forest because we have seen quite a few players coming through, including Brennan Johnson, who's had a bit of speculation last night because he went involved in the Northampton game. So, obviously, Chris Houghton kind of played that down last night. What do you guys think?
I've kind of missed what we're talking about here, Dan.
Pardon?
What is this in relation to? Is this still Gareth Holmes?
No, about Brennan through Brennan Johnson.
Oh,
I mean, there was quite a lot of talk last night about him leaving.
I don't I don't think that's really the case because if you think about it, we've not really played a lot of the players that played Saturday.
Mm.
And when you've got so many players that you want to be kind of having a look at, you can only pick 11 in the starting lineup. And we did pick, I think, was it 9 subs last night?
Yeah, we didn't pick many.
So that caps you down already. And when you had back Konate, Fernandez,
Right.
yeah, when you've got those on the bench, then if you're playing Cavallio down the centre of the attacking mid with then Lolly and Might on the other sides, Johnson's not going to get in. So I think we shouldn't really be too worried. I think there is more chance of Worrell going than Brennan Johnson, in my opinion, because although Brennan Johnson did well in League One, he's not played at Championship level yet, like consistently, whereas Worrell has.
What do you guys think?
Well, I forgot who tweeted it, but I think it was like last night. Someone mentioned he's just taking a step at a time, doesn't want to rush into anything. So hopefully that's true, because I honestly think he could be a good player this season, stand out for us. So we'll have to see what happens.
Do you think Brennan Johnson will be a big player next season, Michael? Especially with what's going on, obviously he's taking a bit of a time.
Look, the kid's got a lot of potential. Definitely could be a big player in the future. But you know, he's not had the experience at this level yet. So you know, the Championships is one of the hardest leagues in the world. It's known for being particularly physical, and that's a big challenge for a you know, a relatively young player coming out of an academy or coming out of a youth setup to make that step up, and even to take that step up from League One or from, you know, lower divisions. They're not the same. They're not the same standard as the Championship. And you know, there's players who can cut it in the Premier League, but when they come down to the Championship, they haven't got that physicality. And I would say probably that's going to be an area to focus on, or it's an area, you know, it's an area that we probably going to find that he's probably lacking in that area. He's definitely got the skills, but physically it's a very demanding league.
Yeah, I completely agree with that one, Michael. What's you going to say something, Luke?
Well, I think with the physicality thing, it's more kind of physical as you go down because you've got more sides playing long balls and really going kind of. I think sending players further down is how they actually get better. Look at Ryan Yates when he went to Scunthorpe. I know he's not kicked on that much last season, but then you got Matty Cash and Joe Worrell that went to Dagenham. They came back. Matty Cash is now the best right back that we've kind of had in the past few seasons, and now he's at Villa.
Yeah, that's certainly true. It's, you know, it's certainly it's a way that people can get first team experience, and yeah, who knows what he's gonna do when he comes back and brings that into the first team. One of the things that I think is really important for both from a team perspective as well as from a player perspective is, you know, you talk about it in cricket, you talk about it in business about getting early runs on the board, and I think that's absolutely true from a footballing perspective as well. At the start of the season, if we can get some early wins, get the players to have some good performances early on, you know, certainly from a young player perspective, you get those early runs on the board, get those early wins, then that can take momentum and you know, it can take a player's season anywhere. So the first, for me, the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season are really, really important.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think what's going to be really important is that Houghton sets out his vision in the preseason, sets out his style of play that he wants us to be playing, and that we sort of carry that through the first 5 games. And if we can come out of those first 5 games relatively unscathed, maybe, I'd be aiming first 5 games. I don't know the fixtures off the top of my head, but if we can come out of that with 3 wins, then that's really good momentum to take us into the autumn and get into the big part of the season.
Yeah, definitely. To be fair, do you agree with that, Joe?
Yeah, obviously you want to have a great start to the season. It sets you up for the campaign. So as long as you don't lose and you just keep on picking up points, you just got to do the best you can, really. Keep on fighting.
I think what's really important for me is I want to see Forest play the style of football that we all know is associated with the City Ground and with Forest, and that's a big thing for me to see the right style of play. So yeah, really looking forward to that. What are your thoughts, guys? How would you approach the start of the season? Do you think sort of take it cautiously and try and just go not necessarily to win, but just not concede, or do you think we should try and really hit the ground? I don't know the fixture card, but should we go all out early doors?
I think you've got to get the balance between not peaking too early, but then not leaving it too late either. I think you pick up wins to keep you kind of in the top half, but you really want to start picking the momentum up going into kind of Christmas, because that, I think, between Christmas and Easter is where you really start to see the kind of table really take shape, because then nearly everybody has played everybody at least once.
Oh yeah, massively.
They've then worked out that on balance across everybody that's played each other at least once, that's where they are in the table. So then well, you're going to have probably a better season than, say, people at the bottom, or you're not.
Yeah, I completely agree with what both of you said on both sides. Like, we don't want to peak too early, but then we don't want to leave it too late. I mean, finding that balance between winning games and not losing games and not over gaining momentum early doors where it could cost us later on.
Do you know the fixture card off the top of your head, Dan?
I think it's I can't remember it off the head, to be fair. I know it's Coventry, then we've got Bournemouth, then
Blackburn after Bournemouth,
Blackburn.
isn't it?
Then also we've got the
We've got Stoke away after that.
Pardon?
Stoke away after Blackburn, and then Derby or the Sheep.
Oh yeah, Derby's pretty early as well. Yeah, so that's a pretty tough start to the season. There's some big games in there.
Can I just throw out a look over there? That last time we played Derby in the bank holiday weekend was back in when we went first playoff season with Billy Davis, and they're going back viral, but
King Billy.
Yeah, look here, man.
Yeah, so, I remember watching that game. That was it was a great game.
Yeah.
So already tonight, Dan, you've mentioned Barnsley and Billy Davis.
Nice at Barnsley.
He hasn't mentioned Barnsley, has he?
Yeah, it did before you came on.
Oh, okay.
It's Luke's second favourite team, with Preston third.
What I was going to say on the start of the season is you don't want to happen what happened at the start of last season, where you lose the first 4 games.
Oh, exactly. You can get off to a real bad start, and it sets the tone for the rest of the season. And that's where this pre-season, okay, we're playing some Mickey Mouse teams to get some confidence up. No offense to Northampton Town fans or anybody for any other lower league teams, but we're playing some teams that are in divisions below what we play in. It should give us a bit of confidence, but where the rubber really hits the road is going to be that first league game, and we've got to for me we've got to make sure that on those first 5 games that we've mentioned there, Coventry, Bournemouth, Blackburn, and Blackburn, then Stoke, and then Derby. Of those 5 games, for me, we've got to make sure that we're coming out of those 5 games with at least 7 points. 6 points absolute minimum for me is what we've got to come out of those 5 games.
Well, if you win the home games and attempt to not lose the away games as a kind of principle, you're going to obviously lose. But if you go in with the thing of winning your home games and then, I don't want to say not lose your away games, because that's not the right mentality.
I think it's that pick up the winning your home games and pick up what you can away from home.
Yeah, that basically.
That's it.
But you don't want to go into the games trying not to lose. We need to go into this season trying to win.
Well, that's the football that we play. You don't win any games if you don't score goals. And as simple as it sounds, if you don't aim to score any goals, you're not going to win many games.
Michael, someone should go back and tell the past season's Forest side that.
Yeah, well, we need it on Talk Forest TV. When Dan says it, everyone will listen.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll get that going. Do you heard that, Joe?
Yeah, I agree. Totally.
Yeah, I'm going to touch up about the transfers now. I know we seem to talk a lot about transfers at the minute.
Dan, just sorry to interrupt, mate. I've got a quick question. What was the formation that we played last night?
It seemed like every game that we played, it's been a 4-2-3-1, with Carvalho being the number 10. On Saturday against Port Vale, we went to a 4-3-3 when Warner came on. So it seems like we're going to stick to that 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3.
Oh, okay. Bill, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of that 4-2-3-1 formation. It's a little bit defensive. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
Depends who you're playing the 4-2-3-1. If you're playing attacking midfielder in the 4-2-3-1 in the 2-bit next to a defensive one, then it's actually quite attacking because then you've got 4 going forward from the midfield. If you sit there with just 2 in front of the back 4, then it's defensive. It all depends how you use that second midfielder.
Yeah, I think you've only got that one man up front, which is a big job for the one man up front on his own.
Well, here's the thing: when you play Graben, you've technically got nobody up front because Graben goes out wide.
Exactly.
So then you put your 2 midfield. The thing that gets me is if somebody goes out of position, why is somebody else not going into the position they've left?
So I'm sure they do. So, for example, if the ball is, say the ball's down the right wing, then if you think about it, your striker is coming running to the near post, and then for your left wingers running to the far post. So everybody's kind of shifted across.
Ideally, that wasn't happening last season, though, Michael.
Oh yeah, but I'm sure it was supposed to.
Yeah, it's supposed to. Whether it happens or not is a different matter. Anyway, Dan, transfers.
Dan, back to the transfers. Take us through the paper talk. Take us through the back pages.
Obviously, I seem to jinx it this morning because when I did my 10 o'clock show, I kind of said, it might be a quiet day today. But since you said that, obviously, there's been quite a bit of talk about John Fleming, Jordan Gabriel, Dino from PSG, Sancho, quite a few things happened there. obviously, Sian Fleming, apparently there's a bit of speculation going around that Forest and what's his team are very bad a part of the thinner for the valuation.
Wait, just go back a sec. Did you say we're after PSG?
Yeah, Dan can't pronounce his name, but I saw Dan's post about it earlier today.
Sian Fleming and Junior Dina and Nidney from PSG.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to search this now.
Right winger from PSG. So I just wonder what you guys thought about it.
Yeah,
I think.
Talk
Go on.
Forest TV is my main source for news. So first I heard about it. I've had a busy day. First I heard about it was a news flash from you, Dan.
Yeah. Obviously a lot. What do you think to it, Joe?
I heard like Birmingham or someone else was after him, but I'm hoping since Lloyd NBC probably knows him, can persuade him to come to Forest.
Are you talking about Eric Junior Dina Mbembe?
Yeah, that's the one. Good
Okay,
player,
then.
apparently.
That's interesting. I mean, are we just going? Do you think the recruitment team are just sat there and they're just going, "That's going to be the most complex name for our commentary teams to say this summer and this season, so we'll sign them." We've had Zinkernagel, the guy from Croatia.
Andrew
Now,
Kulinovic.
yeah, him, and then you've got the PSG guy.
I mean, Sandro Kulinovic seems to be off because apparently he's rejected Forest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why was that?
Unsure if it's just wages or if we don't want to move from Dynamo Zagreb.
Oh,
okay. I'd like to put this in the mix though. How many people have turned down a club in July, but by the middle of August they've actually signed for that exact club?
Harry
It
Ark.
happens all the time, doesn't it?
So, I mean, to say it's off, I think is kind of premature. I think we've just hit a snag with some part of the deal that at some point our Forest team will ninja in and actually get it done when we least expect it. I mean, look at the goalkeeper that we signed. That came out of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Forest's transfer business has always been like, it's either it'll go on forever and not happen, or it'll happen so quickly. Like, you can never really predict it.
Completely.
Yeah.
I mean, you should talk about Jordan Gabriel. I mean, you probably heard quite a bit about it, Luke. Luke from Blackpool fans about Jordan Gabriel. I mean, Sunderland throwing their names in the mix now, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the only way we can let Jordan Gabriel go to the Blackpool or Sunderland is if we actually have somebody lined up to come in, because we've only got two right backs, Richardson and Gabriel. Yet Richardson played left back last night. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if Gabriel is still wanted by Blackpool, then we should be able to get what Blackpool got out of him here, if not better.
Yeah, true.
Are they after him permanent or just loan?
Permanent.
Oh, wow.
That'd be a good bid then.
Yeah. I mean, it does show. I mean, I said earlier that I know Blackpool are short right backs as well, so. But then it makes you think, where's Tyler Blackett? He seemed to have gone from being on the bench to absolutely nowhere.
George, George Harvey says that Figueiredo and Blackett are both injured.
Oh, that's it. I didn't see that one.
I saw that today. But if Blackpool are short of right backs, why did they let their other right back go to Huddersfield?
I didn't make you wonder why.
Strange.
They'll pull in a
strange.
right back from somewhere.
Okay. Why don't you sign forms for them? Luke,
Eh?
why don't you sign forms for them?
I think he said, "Why don't you sign up? Do you play
Yeah.
right back?
No, I'm left-footed.
Are you ambidextrous?"
No. But you could sign Cyrus Christie.
Mm. Apparently, wages bit of a stumbling block.
Wages will be a big issue there. Wages, I would have thought.
I was thinking loan-wise.
Oh, yeah, but he's still got to pay his wages.
And it depends how the new Fulham manager wants him as well. So it's that one with the James Garner one that it'll probably be down for pre-season. Then start of August, it's gonna be that we're probably going to see a lot more of the loan moves.
Yeah, he played well in the pre-season friendly at the weekend.
The thing
I
is,
thought he looked good when he had the ball.
the thing is, though, I've seen Man United linked with Leon Goretzka today, who plays in midfield.
Yeah, no, but
So-
where did you see what paper was that in?
I don't know.
'Cause teams like Man United, they get linked with all kinds of people all the time,
Well,
and so did Forest. Some of these sources, and they're not, they're just don't.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, right? If you're gonna go out and sign another midfielder, then I'd like to see Man United play James Garner in the fact that then they're using their academy, but I just can't see it.
Oh, they use their academy a lot, I think.
Well,
Look at Scott McTominay, and
Yeah.
they actually sending the fullback out on loan, aren't they? Saw something on Sky Sports the other day.
Yeah.
Brandon Williams.
yeah.
And
The
then
thing,
look at they've got Mason Greenwood from the academy.
what I'm saying is though, is they've obviously used those, but James Garner's been around for quite some time at Man United.
Yeah, I mean, look at Tom Heaton. He's back at Man United. He's come from.
I'm just going to throw this one into the span. I know that Burnley's that's been a bit hit and miss this season, this pre-season. That go after him. They don't want to spend any more with at West Ham. But I just reading a tweet from Trent Hudson that Burnley will only go for Joe Wowell with James Traoré leaves.
No, okay. Yeah,
That one just been putting out to the burst.
that'd be a good signing. What's your thoughts on that, Dan?
I think this one's just going to go to the last deadline day. I do.
Yeah. When's deadline day? 31st of October, August.
August, yeah.
You see, if Burnley don't sell Tarkowski, then Worrell doesn't go to Burnley. So.
Oh, yeah.
So they're gonna sell one. If they sell Tarkowski, then they're gonna need a centre back. But if they're not gonna sell Tarkowski,
it could be a 1-for-1 swap, couldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think our signings are more going to be between 21 and 26 now.
Yeah.
Because we've got that new guy in from Barnsley, and he only signed players for Barnsley between 21 and 26.
Where?
Dan, don't make me say it again. You know, it's not my favourite team in the world.
Yeah. What do you think to it, Joe?
From a Forest fan view, we've got to keep Worrell. Like, I'd probably say he's the best player at our club right now.
Oh, indispensable. Absolutely indispensable to the club.
He's a great leader. He's just brilliant everywhere. We've just got to keep him at all costs.
Yeah, definitely. Any thing you want to mention before the show ends?
Nope.
No.
No, I just really think that the whole thing is a great setup. You know, I've said it.
Yeah, obviously, for you guys, if you want to follow NFSC update on Instagram, here's on Instagram. Obviously, Luke's Turton Talks Football. Michael's obviously on Facebook.
Oh, big fan of Talk Crows TV.
So I'd like to say thank you to you guys for coming on.
No worries.
Great to see you, Dan.
You too, mate. I'd like to thank you for watching. Obviously, do hit the like and do the subscribe button. So I'd like to thank you for watching and goodbye.